Now then guys, welcome back to another UK Van Addict. Right, lovely glorious day, look at this day. Look at that, lovely. It's all dark and cold in the back of the van though. Wish I never put a vest on. I'll go for a t-shirt on in a minute. Right, so we're going to start where we left off, because obviously we've done this wall. Now we need to do the wall for here. So, what else we're going to do? There's a couple of little bits and bobs, but that's mainly we'll do in here, and then we're going to do these cupboards above here. So, let's crack on with a bit of that, eh? See you in a minute. Finally went and put a t-shirt on. Right, let's have a look what we've done. So I've cut them beams out. They're there. There's all the lats to go in between, just like there. So there we go. Leveled it all up. So let's get them in, and I'll back to you in a minute. Right then, that's all that in place, all screwed up, all nice and tight. Level, I think. Yeah, definitely clothing in the van now, isn't it? Bloody hell. Right then, let's get a sheet of ply on it, eh? There we go. There's both walls in, just need filling up at the top of there. Yeah, the van's definitely closing in. This is a garage is bloody massive. All to put that bloody boat in, eh? Right, that's all screwed in. Let's get that piece up there put in. Right then, that's all pieced in, all done. It amazes me how big this garage is. It's a right shame really. It's waste all that space just to put a boat in it, but that's our pleasure, innit? The boat. That's a lot of space taken up. Well anyhow, it's all pieced in, it's done. It's our seating area. There's a couple of windows going in there, as we said. And I've had a phone call about this window today. I was originally going to order a 900. That went out of stock, so obviously I had to order 1,000. Massive increase in price. And then obviously that was the phone call I had this morning saying the 1,000 by 500's out of stock now, so it's 1,200 by 500, which will still fit in there, but it's 400 quid for a window. That's more than I wanted to pay. So yeah, the 1,000 by what was it? 1,000 by 500 was 323 quid or something like that. So yeah, I've been on the phone with him and the signal was terrible, so we're just going through eBay Messenger now. So yeah, this window's gone from 323 to 400 with the increase in size. So I've messaged him to get a bit of discount, so, and he's going to knock 20 quid off. 20 quid's 20 quid in it. So yeah, so we're getting the window for 380. Yeah, so we're going to have a bigger window in it. It's going to let more light in. It is a nice window, because like if they never had any of them windows in stock, I'd have just, you know, asked for my money back, because like I ordering different windows from different places. I want everything all from the same place, all matching, all the same, everything, you know. So yeah, hopefully that's coming. So I'm just waiting on him for, you know, to message me back to say, because I've asked how do I pay the extra money. I don't know. I've never had to do something like this before, so I'm just waiting on that. So yeah, But by the time you guys watch this, I'll have already paid for it and got the windows by then. Be doing a video on putting the windows in. Yeah, so that's where we're at so far. I'm going to start building them cupboards up there now. Right, so I'll crack on with that and I'll see you in a few minutes. Right, we've made a start on the cupboard. So that's all up there. Just need to do some more beams down here, one in the middle. Let's crack on with that. The boiler fits nice in there because obviously it's the same size as that cupboard. And yeah, it fits in just nice. Just nice bit of room at the top and at the bottom. So obviously need the flow going out, and then the gas pipe going in, and the inlet water pipe and the outlet water pipe. The outlet, one of them's going to go to the tap, the other one's going to come running up there and across here and down into the shower. Yeah, so that's where we're at so far. Right then, there's the cupboard almost complete. Just want a shelf in the bottom of there and one for the under here, and then just make some cupboard doors, and that's that. So now duplicate and make it there. But this one, this side, I'm gonna maybe put a shelf in there because it's a big cupboard, you know, just to waste, you know, like that sort of thing. So yeah, in the other one, I'm gonna put a shelf in it. See, this one, the boiler's taking quite a lot of space up there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. It's quite a big opening. It's quite a big space, this, isn't it, Agnieszka?
As well, I was thinking maybe shelf.
Yeah, maybe put a shelf in here. You know, I'm just thinking.
Like tin, food. And
yeah, well, it's just storage in it. It's, you know. So maybe next year if we go travelling, we can put all our clothes in there, in all the cupboards, and we've got plenty of storage for bedding and towels. We're sorted.
Yeah, that could be dry storage like coffee, sugar, honey.
Yeah.
You know, jam, flour.
Right then, let's crack. Let's make that one. Right then, a little bit more done. There's the cupboard coming on. Well, let's get it finished then, eh? Right, there's that cupboard complete. Well, the carcass is complete. Like I said, I just need some plywood to go on the inside and one to go on the outside, and then obviously just a couple of cupboard doors making for there. Couple of cupboard doors for there. That's just going to be one cupboard. I don't know, I might put a shelf in there, and I'm definitely going to put a couple of shelves in there.
And then light here, maybe. When we're going to sit, we can have
light. Yeah, because obviously I'm going to put the supply on the top and on the bottom, so same as what I've done in the kitchen. I can put some lights in there, can't I? You know, so when we sit down and obviously eating.
Here is going to be also.
Yeah, there's going to be a window here and a window there.
But in the evening.
Yeah, but yeah, you want some lights. I mean, there's going to be a skylight just above there, and there's going to be a skylight just above the bed as well. Remote control, max air fan. So yeah, that's what we've got so far. I still need to put another lat in there, and I'm just going to put a bit of ply, you know, across there, and just bring the cupboard down, because like
lots of done today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lots today.
Yeah, I mean that cupboard door doesn't need to be that big. So I don't know how I'm going to do it, but yeah, I'm going to bring that down a little bit. So yeah, so that's that'll do for today, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. We'll do a bit tomorrow. Eh?
See you guys.
See you tomorrow. Another glorious day doing the van. Out of there. Wow, very nice. All right, so just finishing off these things. Obviously, I've started again without videoing. It's a common mistake of mine. So you know, I've cut these out. I've got obviously two of them, so this one's already in. Yeah, so that's that one done, and then I'm just going to pull that one in. Let's crack on and do a little bit more. At least I've started videoing, you know. I mean, I always forget, so well, I've done it now, haven't I? Right, that's all screwed up. Hold on. Right, just need to put some lats on the, well, lats to ply on the tops of them on both sides. Yeah, just finish it off. So if I put, well, I'm going to put some lights underneath here. So obviously you don't want the wires showing anywhere, do you? So yeah, I'm just going to put some sheets of ply on the tops of them. It just neatens it off, doesn't it? It looks good when you're up in the cupboard. You know, just a bit of a finished job in it. So we'll crack on with that. And then there's still little. Just put some ply on there. I'm sure I've cut some wood off the ends of there that might maybe fit on there. So yeah, we'll have a look. Right, we'll crack on with a bit more. Another little job done, out of the way. Let's crack on with something else. Right then, I've cut the ply out for there. That's there, look. And I've just notched it out here, fitted it in. Perfect. That miles better, innit? Perfect. Just looks better when you look in the cupboard, doesn't it? Instead of having, you know, looking in it like that. Just looks a little bit more professional, doesn't it? See, obviously when we've got the doors on, all painted and what have you, it's going to look real nice. Right then, notch that one out and get that one fitted in there. Let's go. Right, that's that one in, look. Just want to screw it in, but I'm not going to screw it in just yet. Wood's slightly a little bit warped, but once it's all screwed down, you don't even know. Yeah. So I'm not going to screw it down just yet because obviously I'm going to be putting a light in here, and I'm going to need access to, you know, to get to the light to wire it up. So yeah, there you go. Perfect. Now then guys, just doing a little bit more on the van. So as always, just getting a little bit carried away with myself and cutting wood already, and I'm not telling you, updating you on what I'm doing. So anyhow, here's what I'm doing. Right, there's the batteries in. 430 amp leisure batteries, and I know it's overkill. It's massive overkill, right? But I'm sick of running out of battery in the other van. It's got 240 amp leisure batteries, and that the fridge seems to drain the batteries. You know, within a day and a half, it's like 2 batteries. It just drains them because we always seem to park up where there's a bit of shade, so the solar panels on the roof are not they're not charging the batteries up. So, you know, if it was in the sun somewhere, it'd charge them up and probably last a couple of days or so. But yeah, we're always parking in the shade. Like, you know, that's where you're parking it, somewhere in the shade, unless you're parking on the street somewhere in the sun. So yeah, and I thought what I've done is I've just done overkill with this. I've got 130 amp leisure batteries. That's 520 amps. I've got 2 440 watt solar panels for the roof. So yeah, again, there's a bit of overkill there, but you know, I've got plenty of life in the batteries and I've got plenty of solar, so even if it is slightly shaded, it's got plenty of solar to charge my batteries up. And obviously I haven't bought it yet, but I'm going to buy a Victron, bloody hell, what do they call it? I can't even think what they call it. It's a battery charger. You know, it's basically a battery charger. It's a Victron battery charger. I don't know. You just apparently you just connect it to your battery, and the solar waves or whatever they are, sound waves, they indicate that the engine's being started, because there's obviously power running through all the batteries. there's more voltage going through the batteries, so then it sends a signal to charge these batteries up. It's a little bit more easier to wire up than the one that I was looking at. The other one, I can't think of the name. I should be a bit more prepared with names. But yeah, I can't remember what it was called. So there was a bit of wiring to do on that one, wiring with the ignition, and I'm not brilliant with the wiring. Like I say, I've got a basic knowledge of electrics. Anything that's coming a bit complicated, it's not for me. Somebody needs to give me a hand. And there was a guy that messaged me today, said, you know, if I needed any help with the electrics, he's more than happy to, you know, give me a hand, sort of like give me advice and what have you. So thank you for that, or whoever you was. Can't remember your name. Look, memory like a bloody sieve. Can't remember anything, me. So yeah, thanks for that. I did say, you know, I've got a basic knowledge, but anything that comes a little bit technical, no, I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, I've got plenty of overkill. Even the auto electricians have says, you know, that's way too much overkill. But do you know what? I just do not want to run out of power, because the worst thing ever is running out of power in the middle of the night. You know, and all you can hear is like the inverter bleeping and the fridge clicking in and out, you know, because it's not got enough power, and it's just annoying little noises, and the fact that you've actually run out of power. So yeah, I'm not going to run out of power on this one. That's for sure. So yeah, that's that bit. So right, let's just. So I've cut these bits of wood out. This is going to be my cupboard. So at the top I've got some like louver doors here. They come up to about so foot. They're about 2 foot or so. So they're going to go in there. So, and I'm hoping to get a cupboard for our clothes to hang up, and then I'm hoping to get a drawer in there, and then obviously plenty of space at the bottom, because you know they're going to need. I need space if I need to get in there, because obviously the inverter is going to be inside there, and the Victron battery charger is going to be in there. So I need plenty of room to work if I ever need to get in there. So yeah, let's start building this cupboard. Right then, this is where we're at so far. So all the batteries are in there. I've rearranged them, put them that way around. It's just easier to do all the negatives and all the positives, keeping them all together. So yeah, this is it's in tight. There's not going to be any friction on them batteries whatsoever. That's tight. So yeah. So that's what we're at so far. And I've got these louver doors. I need to chop the ends off a little bit, and because they're slightly different sizes, so make them identical. And this is what they're going to look like. Which way do they go? This way, I think. You can't really just. God, struggling and juggling. Yeah, so that's gonna go something like up there. Yeah, a bit of space at the top, a bit of space between there. Yeah, so there we go. A little bit unprofessional there with the camera right to the door, but I slipped, and yeah. So that's what it's going to look like. Our cupboard's going to be up here. And then I'm going to do a drawer in this area here. So we're going to have quite a big drawer. So obviously I'm still keeping that space there quite big. So we've got a cupboard space to hang our clothes up. And then we've got a drawer for whatever. There we are. That's what we're at so far. Let's crack on with a bit more. Right then, we've cracked on with a bit more. We've got these in, this back in here to make a shelf, and I've even cut the wood out, look. There we go. Perfect. That's our cupboard, right? where's the louver doors? There we go. So I've cut these down, look, sanded them all down. So they're going to fit in there nicely now. Which way do they go? I'm not really sure. So I think, yeah, they're going to go in there somehow, like that. Yeah, so anyhow, I've all cut to size. So I need to get some hinges really. Don't want to be using them old hinges there. Rubbish. So yeah, I'll have to go get some hinges, and that's the cupboard sorted. I was, right, so I'll show you here. So I was going to divide the wall, you know, so that the door's closed onto something, but then it's too much a tight gap, is that, you know, sat in there. So when if you try to like stand in front and open the doors, well, you know, I don't think you'll open the doors. You have to be exceptionally skinny, and I'm not really skinny. Yeah, so I've left that open, so obviously, you know, you'd have to, it's a bit awkward, you'd have to open this one and then come in here and open this door here, then to come in the cupboard. So yeah, we'll make a do. So right, next job. I'm thinking about doing a drawer underneath, but I've said it before, I'm pretty rubbish at doing drawers. I want to figure it out, so I might have to have a little trip down to B&Q, have a look for some hinges, and some sliding drawer hinges. Yeah, I'll have a look at that and then figure out how to buy some hinges and then figure out how to do it. So let's go do that, eh? Well, I was going to go to B&Q, but I thought, what's the point in wasting time? I've got a little bit more to do jobs wise. So I've put this on the side. Let's finish that off. It's going to be a nice little cupboard. Yeah. Perfect. And the batteries in there. Yeah, decent. The only reason that I haven't put any ply on there is because when I come to working in here, I can, you know, have my hands in everywhere, you know. So I've got plenty of working space because I want to put the water filtration system in here, and then obviously I've got to put the filler in, so I've got to drill the hole in for the side, putting all that in there. I just need to have plenty of access to here because I've got the water pump to put in there and all sorts. There's loads of work to do in here, but I am going to cut the wood out so it's ready. So yeah, I'll go cut that out now, and I might still fit it. Yeah, I will fit it anyhow. It's just like when I come to doing all that, I can just whip it off, can't I? So let's crack on with that. A little bit more done. I've done that. I won't go no, but I just want it finished. I want to get it in, and there's still plenty of room to work in here. I'm just not going to put this panel on, but I am going to cut this panel out, so I've got it, that panel across there. I'm going to cut it out, but I'm not putting it on. That's for definite for that one, because I'm just never going to be able to work in there. But yeah, that's all done there. Certainly taking shape, but there's a big empty space here, which I'm going to make a cupboard here. There's going to be tons of storage space. Like the other van never really had much storage space. This, oh, it's got way too much. It's loads of storage. Yeah, so there you go. Coming on in it. It's looking good. Just a little update on what I've been doing so far. I've made another cupboard. There we go. So I've filled that space in now. Brilliant. some more storage space. It's tons now, isn't they? Right, that's that complete. I've put the ply in. Believe it or not, I can get through there, no problem. Loads of room there. Here we go, another cupboard coming on. Just keep chipping away. Finally fitted that up there. I said I was going to bring it down a little bit, didn't I? There's no point having a cupboard door that big. So yeah, that's there. Bit better. It's there's little things to do here to scroll them down, but obviously I want to put some lights underneath, so the wires are going to go inside there. Same with that one. Same with this one. But yeah, the only thing that I need to do is cut that bit of wood out there, make a drawer there and a drawer here, and that's pretty much, I've built it really. You know, then I need to start doing all the other things like painting it and carpeting it all up there, carpeting all in the back of here, yeah, and making all the cupboard doors. There's loads to do, but like that's pretty much the build. You know, it's pretty much done. Still loads to do, but you know the main things. You know, I've got to build them drawers. That's I think the hardest thing for me to do because I'm rubbish at them. Yeah. Once I've finished in here and fitted the windows, that all needs filling in. I can't fill that in yet because it'll be pitch black in here. There's no light, is there? So when I get all the windows fitted and the lights in and what have you, I can get all that filled in and then get all the chair built in the back. That's another job. Right, catch you soon on whatever I'm going to do next. I do still need to go to maybe B&Q, get some hinges, get that, get them lower doors fitted on there, get some magnets on the bottom of here and on the top of here. So when I close the doors, it'll, you know, the magnets will click to it. So yeah, let's think about what I do next, other than going to B&Q. Right, catch you on another day. Now then guys, right, just a little update. I ain't actually done any more on the van because I've been putting a new garage roof on my garage. That's took a few days, so we've got a bit more to do on it today. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing anything on the van. I haven't been doing anything on the van for quite a few days. So yeah, I'm just going to end this video at that one. I think there's enough there for you to watch. And the next time I think I'm hoping to get the windows in, so there'll be something decent again to watch. So thanks for watching guys. Like and subscribe, it's for free and it helps the channel. Thank you very much. See you soon. See you next week.